Green light, watch that green light. Man, I work so hard.
Hey, yo. TAB is back on your airways on this beautiful Friday, March 19th, 2021. And of course, I got my big bro, my guy, my friend, the freaking Puerto Rican in the building. As always.
Hello, world.
Hello, world. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we got a bit to get in today. We got a bit to get in today, bro. We got a bit to get in today, man. We got, of course, you see what I'm rocking. You see what I'm wearing. You know, of course, I support both of the women and the men, but you know, we gotta our guys don't get too much shine, so gotta support every time when it comes.
Congratulations. They're in my heart. They're in my heart, bro.
Of course, because you know you're born here, so you can't help but support. But we know who your true team is, and
yes, which didn't make it, but we ain't gonna talk about that, Marcus.
They didn't quite make it.
They should have made it.
We talking about Louisville, but what I think a lot of people don't know is that if anything, you know, because this the crazy world we live in, if anything went down with any other team,
right,
because of COVID, Louisville would have been one of the replacement teams if that were to happen. So, but yeah, they didn't quite get there. And UConn men, so I gotta be a little braggadocious today because people, you know what I'm saying, big bro, people don't give UConn, as a whole, they don't give respect, because how many universities can say that the men and women teams won in the same year twice?
Not too many.
Tell me another.
Not too many, Marcus. Not too many.
You know what I mean? Like I can't think of anyone off the top of the head.
I was gonna say maybe Duke, one of the Duke or North Carolina, but I don't even think they've won it.
Yeah, I don't even think that even happened. So people need to give when it comes to basketball, need to give UConn a little more respect there on the basketball end.
A lot of props.
We still try and get to the football, but that's neither here nor there. They lock the coaches. They lock both coaches when it comes to football and basketball. They lock those coaches down. So we'll see where we go with football. But when it comes to basketball, should give us some respect. Put some respect on our name, as Birdman would say. Put some respect on my name. Yeah, man. We got a bit to get into today. I mean, we could have talked about. I mean, bro, you were hitting me up every day with some type of breaking news or something going down, and especially with
that's what we do.
Especially with the NFL, the Patriots spent like over $200 million and within the first day.
Yeah,
and it's like, now you want to spend the money. In years past, there's been Patriots never spend money. You never see Patriots spend money like that, but they spend some money, But I think really the biggest news in the NFL is Drew Brees. Drew Brees is calling it a career, and says that's it. yeah, I want to talk about that, but just let everyone know we got some boxing. We got some topics in boxing we're gonna talk about, and of course, like we're just saying, NCAA tournament is going down today, and we will be.
Well, kicked off last night.
Oh well, yeah, those were the play-in games. Yeah,
right.
So you have the play-in games, and yeah, so the official day one games start today. Probably as we speak. I didn't look at the times, but usually it's afternoon. Then we go until the night. I know UConn play this evening, so I'm looking forward to that, man.
We'll be on the set on that one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, back to I want to start it off with the NFL and like we're just like I just mentioned earlier, Mr. Drew Brees is retiring after a 20-year. Bro, you heard me? 20 years.
Yeah.
20 years. You know, you hear people going back and forth. Oh, what is he in the top 5 greatest QBs of all time? I mean, you just look at the man's stats. I mean, you just look at that alone, and you could say, yeah, but a lot of people, they really not putting him, giving him the respect when it comes to being in that top 5 greatest QBs of all time. What do you think, bro? Where is Drew Brees when it comes to the all-time great?
He's definitely, I don't know about top 5, but he's definitely in the top 10. Mm-hmm. He's got a marvelous career. Mm-hmm. And he brought the Saints out of the ashes. He made the Saints, like you said in the beginning of the show, respect that name.
Yeah,
he brought the Saints out of he brought the Saints to be a respectful football team.
They weren't the Aints anymore. Weren't they calling them the Aints?
The Aints. They had the paper bags over their heads. The stands. Remember that? They had the paper bags over their heads, the fans. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you got to put him in the top 10. He's been a great person on and off the field. Mm-hmm. He loved that football team. He loved the fans. He loved the people that supported him. Yeah, as far as top 10 quarterback, Drew Brees' name has got to be mentioned. The stats, like I told my friend, the stats don't lie.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. It's there. He won a championship, brought the first championship to New Orleans.
And they probably should have won at least one more, maybe 2 more.
Maybe 2 more if the refs weren't against them.
Oh, man, these past years.
That's luck. The Viking game where the guy missed the tackle.
I remember I was in Florida for that. I was in, what was that? That was the 2019.
The phantom tackle that was missed.
And you just looking at you like, I mean, you can't believe, how these officials inject themselves in these games like that, when it's a few minutes left and this is guys' career. This is you mess with their money when you really think about it.
Yeah.
Because Super Bowl means, okay, either my team is going to pay me or some other team is going to pay me.
Right. And don't forget that bonus too when they get in the playoffs. Every game they win in the playoffs, they get a bonus. So
yeah, but just some of those guys when they're coming up off those at the end of those contracts, or they're looking to extend the contract and get a new one. That's right. That's when you take advantage. Is when you make those Super Bowl appearances.
Right. And like I said, you gotta Brees is in the top 10. He's had a it's about time he wants to spend time with his family, and he has 4 kids that they're young. He wants to see them grow up. But I believe in the near future, he'll have some kind of management position. Maybe with the Saints.
In the NFL.
In the NFL front office. Maybe if he decides to come back later on, like as a quarterback's coach or consultant for that team, I think the Saints will open him with open arms. He is the face of the Saints. Yes. Even if he retires or if he plays, he's still going to be known as Drew Brees, the baddest slinger out there in the Saints history. So props to him, kudos to him. I hope he has a great retirement, enjoys his family, and we never know. Broadcasting is always in his DNA too. So we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll definitely see what Mr. Drew Brees and I mean, I definitely was one of those guys that wanted to see him win, another ring or two, but they just, like you saying earlier, those referees always got in the way, and
Right.
but what they say at the end of the day, don't put the referees in a position to
To win the
inject,
football game, right? Or the call. Yeah.
dominate the game, or
Yeah. Don't leave it in
so
their hands.
don't
That's
leave it,
it.
that's what they say all the time. Do not leave it in the referee's hands. But kudos
Correct.
to Drew Brees, and he has a lot going.
Congratulations on his retirement.
Congrats to him. Let's clap it up for Mr. Drew Brees.
Yeah.
And he has a lot going on down there in New Orleans. He owns some restaurants and
Yeah, he'll
other
be
things.
fine.
Yeah, other things down there.
Retirement's going to be good.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just saying he doesn't really need to do broadcasting.
Yeah, retirement will be just fine
he's
for him.
good, but he's going to get paid very well when he
regardless
gets on the microphone and becomes a commentator, or or play-by-play guy, wherever he's thinking about becoming there. So yeah, once again, shout out Drew Brees, and we'll see what the Saints are gonna do now. Is Jameis going to be there?
Is Russell Wilson going to get traded there? There was some rumors flying around that Russell Wilson. So
Seattle needs to do everything they can to stop that from happening.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So Russell Wilson, he should. It's just certain teams he shouldn't even brought up, like Dallas. They have their quarterback. We understand the Saints because you're thinking, Drew Brees, probably you're not sure about Jameis and Taysom Hill, which I really think is overrated. But
yeah,
everyone loves Taysom Hill starting.
You know what, Marcus? I think that Jameis Winston is going to fit in. I mean, if he does stay and he does win the starting quarterback position, I think Jameis Winston is going to be a good quarterback over there with the weapons that he has.
Exactly, bro. And I think he can play. He just needs to cut down on those interceptions, and that's what basically Tom Brady did when he went to Tampa. Got the same amount of touchdowns, but what happened? Cut those interceptions down. Right. And what's going to happen? You're going to win.
I think if Winston gets the chance to start down there and has the opportunity to start with those weapons that he has, I think he's going to be okay. The Saints will be okay. Well, I don't think they'll miss a little beat, but they won't miss the whole drummer's beat.
Yeah, well, you hear how Sean Payton, he raves about Jameis winning. So we'll see if it's just we'll see if he put action behind his words, because these coaches, it's a lot of smoke and mirrors when they when they're saying stuff. They say one thing and the next thing, they're, like you said, they'll end up bringing in a Russell Wilson or something like that. But yeah, shout out Drew Brees, man, and congrats on an incredible career. But I didn't give my opinion. I want to put him in the top 5 greatest of all time, but like you said, I would do top 10.
Top 10. He's definitely in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean like you just saying, numbers don't lie. Look what the stats say.
Just playing 20 years alone. That's as a quarterback. 20 years.
And that's another thing. I think you get older and you can't heal the same. And I think those ribs are really still. No, I'm serious, bro. You get into those get into those 40s and you get injured and you don't heal like you did when you're in your 20s and 30s.
Right.
And that's real. So that's another thing. And he's got young kids. So, he really needs to stay healthy. So yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with see if he goes into the broadcasting career or what he does. And let's see what the Saints do, if it's gonna be Jameis or they're gonna be juggling quarterbacks with between him and Taysom Hill. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Let's move on to some I don't want to end the show with this, so let's go ahead and get this out the way. Let's go into some boxing. And I remember, as soon as I heard the news, I text you, bro, and the news about marvelous Marvin Hagler passed away at the age of 66. And what's kind of freaky is that just a few weeks ago we were talking about Marvelous.
And we were talking about all the boxing greats that were in that weight class
but mainly we were talking about Hagler and Hearns and those
Duran and Sugar Ray and everything like that. Yeah, I mean, a big loss. Boxing lost a great person, man. Another one of those guys that was great on and off the boxing arena.
Oh, great representative for the sport.
For the sport, yeah. Always kept quiet. You didn't really hear nothing too much about him, scandal-wise, nothing like that. And boxing lost a great one. Sorry to let him go. And I still think that when he fought Sugar Ray Leonard, he won that fight.
Well, a lot of people think that. I think otherwise because, of course, I was a
course, Marcus, you would.
I was a bigger Sugar Ray fan. And when you watch that fight, I get in the later rounds, and he stood by his word. Like he never fought again.
Never fought again because he thought he was robbed. Just like I thought that he was robbed of that fight.
I think those early rounds. I think those judges were like, wow, in those early rounds when Sugar Ray was just, But I we're real on toughest balls, and I can say he won those later rounds, and if the fight would have went his way, he
won the fight, Marcus. We all know boxing is crooked. Hagler won that fight. We know Hagler won that fight. They just gave it to Sugar Ray. He never fought again, like we just specified. He never fought again after that because he knew he was robbed of that fight. If he would have won that fight, I think we would have saw more of a dominance of Marvin Hagler for a little bit because he was still good to go. He was still sort of like.
I heard back then we're talking about wait that was late 80s, bro. What was that? It had to be like 87, 88.
Yes.
What year was that?
I think it was
because I was young. I know I was young. Go ahead, look that up, bro. While we
I think that was in it was 85, 86.
I think it had to be later, bro. Let me.
Actually, it was 87.
Hey, see, that's what I think. So I was, depending on what time of year, I was 11. I had to be 11. Yeah, I had to be 10 or 11.
Yeah, 87. I was like 25, 26.
Yeah, so you remember that?
Yes,
fight.
I watched the fight.
Kid, that's one of those fights that you don't you remember. You never forget. Like this other fight with Hitman.
Never forget that.
Never forget, because I just, funny stuff when you're a kid, you just notice stuff. Like I just remember Hitman just had a fresh Jerry curl.
Yeah. But I tell you what,
that fight is like Hearns burnt himself out in that first round, and
that was the greatest.
That was a mistake.
First round ever.
That was fight wise.
That first round was the greatest round of boxing.
You'll never see a first round like that again.
No, never. That was you hit me, I hit you. Let's see who can hit the hardest.
But that show you the versatility of marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yes.
He could brawl or he could box you.
Yeah.
He could brawl or box. And you don't want to brawl with him because he was like a pit bull. Once if he got you against those ropes or in that corner, you're gonna be hurting the next day.
He was dangerous.
You're gonna be hurting. And when I got that,
now he lost to Sugar Ray Leonard. Well, he claimed he won that fight. Now I've seen him fight Roberto Duran. That went 15 rounds, and I thought he lost that fight when the judges gave him that fight. I thought Duran, if you ever get a chance to see that fight, I thought Duran won that fight, and they gave it to Hagler. So
now
I
was
don't know,
that
it's like
I get
came
messed with the
around, like-
timeline. Was that before the
that was before
Hitman fight?
the Leonard fight. Yes,
Oh, that was before the him
that
and
was
Leonard.
before the Leonard fight.
But
yes.
was it before? Was that after the
I think that was
after
before
Hagler and
that was
Hearns?
before the Hearns fight too.
That was before the Hearns fight. Yeah. That's when Duran was younger. See, I didn't get to see much of young Duran. I remember watching his fights when he was older, when he, I think he was still putting on good fights, but when you go watch his early fights, man.
Wow, what an animal. He was
the
a
hunger, the hunger. But those fighters, man, like Hagler, man, like you can tell these fighters that didn't really grow up with anything. When you talk about Hitman Hearns, he's from Detroit, right?
Detroit.
Like you talk about tough cities where these guys are from, and they grow up literally hungry. And I know, literally, they don't just grow up poor, but hungry as in physically and mentally and emotionally. They're focused.
And their one goal is to be a champion.
Be a champion.
Be a champion.
And I don't know if these fighters today, they get locked up quick with these promoters. So I don't know if we get to see that hunger. I think the closest you get to see it is with the Mexican fighters, because they're all coming out of poor.
Yeah, they're all hard. They fight.
You know what I mean?
They fight to fight.
And so, but I don't know, bro. I don't know if you like those stories when it comes to boxing. I don't like privileged fighters. I think that's why what's his name? Junior. I think that's why he wasn't whose son am I thinking that I can't think of his name right now, but I believe he's a Mexican fighter too.
Not Chavez.
Yes.
Okay.
Junior.
Yeah, Junior Chavez.
You know what I mean?
I think he just fought on
like
fame.
His dad.
Yeah, he's just fighting. He fight because his name is Chavez. That's why.
Right. And don't get me wrong. I seen him put on some good fights, but you just didn't see that hunger. You don't see that
like his dad had. Yeah.
Is that what you look for too in fighters, bro? To see where they,
where their heart is,
where they come from.
Yeah, where their heart is, what their ability is. You had a couple of the guys that had sons like Chavez that really weren't that good. I think Hector Camacho's son tried to fight also.
Yeah.
And he wasn't that good.
I used to love Hector Camacho.
yeah. He wasn't. They weren't as good as their dads. There's just some people that are good. And boxing's a tough sport. Boxing's a tough sport.
And that's why I think I like the story of like the rags to riches type of stories. And like I was saying before, I think the closer you get with that is the Mexican fighters, because they start out poor. They come from nothing. And to see how they grow, even if the fighters come from the Philippines, like Manny Pacquiao. You know what I mean? Like
or Roberto Duran from Panama.
Yeah, Panama. That where he was from in Panama.
I saw the movie.
I saw the movie, right? Yeah, but they went
from and how poor they were. Yeah,
the area where he's from, like
I loved what his saying was in the movie though. He said, "I'm Roberto Duran. I don't lose."
Yeah, but I love those stories, man, and because that's where you get to see a pure fighter. A pure fighter. The instincts, the skill. It's not just some fighter that was groomed. Oh, he was groomed to be a fighter. No. I gotta see the growth. I gotta see where you came from.
Right.
And I guess you get to see it kind of with UFC because these guys,
they a lot of them. Nothing too.
Yeah, they come from humble beginnings. So you see it with UFC as well. And I didn't write it down, but I messaged you the other day and saw that UFC, I think it's is it 261? UFC 260.
260, I think, or 261. Yeah.
Yeah. And you got Usman and Masvidal 2
coming up.
You know,
Should be a better fight this time because
hopefully Masvidal was. I don't think he was ready.
He took the fight on 6 days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He wasn't.
Yeah, this time it should be a little bit better, but I don't know. Usman is a
beast.
He's those guys.
He's relentless.
From that continent, man. They're tough fighters, man. They ain't got
nothing to lose. From Brazil.
I think so. I'm not sure.
No, he's African.
No, he's from Africa. Yeah,
he's African. He's not. Yeah, he's not.
He's African.
Yeah, he's African. My bad.
And those fighters over there, they come from nothing. They got nothing to lose.
Oh yeah, you talking about Africa and Brazil, like
Adesanya, all them guys. Man, they out of there, boy.
Where they come from is
tough fighters.
But they're unique, man. They just, even their
and they all each have their own style.
That's why I mean their own style, and they're not boring. When to hear them talk, they have personality,
right?
And that's a big part of bringing those eyes in on like, do you talk, or is your talking in the ring, or in the octagon,
right?
In the octagon. But yeah, that's a fight. Looking forward to like you said, Masvidal had more time to prepare for Usman, but yeah, man. Yeah,
that should be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, that should be a good fight. Yeah, and we're talking about boxing. We got some news when it comes to the heavyweight. And I think it's official. We got a 2-fight deal between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua.
Yep.
Yeah, what you think about that, bro?
I can't wait to see that fight. It's interesting because both have sort of different styles.
Mm-hmm.
And styles always makes fights.
Yeah, exactly.
You have certain people that know each other's style, whatever. Mm-hmm. This one should be interesting. God, to sign a 2-fight deal.
Yeah, right off the rip.
Are we gonna get a draw out of the first one and then get a
a
decision in the second one?
I don't know, because sometime if I don't know how that's gonna
I guess the loser, whoever loses, gets a rematch.
They get the rematch, but
get the rematch, which they did back in the 70s and 60s, like in the
you would get that rematch right away.
Right away, or they would fight the number 1 contender, and then if they fought the number 1 contender, then the other guy that lost would fight again, and if he won, he'd get another rematch at the championship. So boxing's gone differently since back then to now. Mm-hmm. But I am looking forward to that fight. I think it's going to be a good one. I can't wait to see it. Who do you have?
Who do I have winning?
Hmm?
Well, I'm just upset that we didn't get the Fury and Wilder rematch, because
where does this leave Wilder? I mean,
that's what I want. I wanted Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. I think, to me, I think when it comes to America, you got to have eyes from both countries, right. And I think with the Fury and Joshua fight, Fury has some American fans, so he can pull some eyes there. But I really think Anthony Joshua, I think most of his supporters are just UK for the most part, I think.
Now remember, this is for the unification of both of the titles.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's going to be like it was before, like one true heavyweight champion. One champion is going to have all the belts.
Now both of them. Does Joshua carry the IBF and WBA?
I do believe so.
Remember we were saying the belts that are important to us.
Joshua has the IBF, the WBO, and the IBO.
See, I don't know about those BOs. IBO. I'm just hearing about the IBO like the past few years. I don't.
Yeah, the World Boxing Organization. And Tyson Fury has the WBC, and he's the ring champion.
Oh yeah, the ring champion. But the WBC,
yeah, the ring champion.
In America, the WBC is the belt.
Yeah. So they're gonna be fighting for all the belts. So I mean, it should be a good one.
Who has the IBF? Where is the IBF?
I don't.
That has to be out there.
No, Joshua has it.
He has the IBF. I mean,
he has the IBF, the WBO, the IBO. The NWO. He has the WBA, the IBF, the WBO, and the IBO. So he has 4 belts.
Okay, so he has the WBA and IBF.
Yes, and the WBO and the IBO.
See, I don't care about that.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean,
and then Fury has the WBC
and ring.
And the ring.
Okay.
So all those belts, which is 6 of them all together, and whoever knows how many more belts are there out there, they're gonna fight to unify the heavyweight champion. So we're gonna have one champion. That's it.
Well, that's why I can say if you're carrying the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF, you are
the champion.
Champion. I don't WBO and IBO.
Right.
I don't.
So I believe this leaves Wilder.
I don't even really count the ring.
Yeah,
the ring championship.
I think that the winner
ring magazine
of the fight, whoever becomes the unified champion, then they'll have to fight Wilder. Wilder's sitting back. It could be a couple years before Wilder gets another shot at that belt. But I think he's the number 1 contender. I don't think there's no other contender after Wilder. So whoever unifies that belt, they'll get their shot. Wilder will get this shot with them. Whether it be a Tyson Fury 2, whether it be a Joshua Wilder fight. So we're gonna get one of them. Wilder's gonna get one of them.
Well, they definitely it'll definitely be bigger, but you think they'll be I'm talking about the organizations when it comes to the IBF and WBC, WBA, IBO, and WBO. You think they'll want the winner to fight Wilder, or would they?
Yeah, it has to happen. Wilder's the number 1 contender, so they have to
for the WBC, right?
Yeah, they have to include Wilder in the mix somehow, some way. So because I believe let's say Tyson Fury beats Joshua, and then the rematch has Joshua wins and gets all the belts back. Then that he has to fight Wilder. That's just it. He has to fight him.
So I mean, it makes sense, but I don't know if the WBC and WBA IBF put Wilder up, as one of their top contenders.
Well, DeAndre right now is the number 1 contender.
Oh, okay. So he is.
Yeah, no, as we speak right now, he's the number 1 contender.
Okay.
Alexander Usyk is number 2. Luis Ortiz, King Kong Ortiz.
He's still up there.
Fighter.
He's always going to be top 3.
Number 3. Andy Ruiz Jr. is number 4.
Okay, yeah, you saw he's in shape now.
Oscar Rivas is number 5. Joseph Parker, which I saw fight.
You saw him fight.
He's good. He's good. He's number 6. So, and then from 7 to 10, you got Daniel Dubois, Philip Harkovich, Alexander Popford, and Michael Hunter. Yeah. So there's your top 10 heavyweights, but DeAndre Wilder is still the leader of the pack as far as the number 1 contenders.
Okay, long as they have him up there, man.
Yeah, he's definitely number 1. I don't think any of those guys down there can beat Wilder. So whoever wins that Joshua Tyson Fury fight will give Wilder a shot.
Well, I think the only men that can beat Wilder is Joshua or Fury. Well, Fury has beaten him, but those, and I think while it doesn't matter who Wilder gets in a ring with, Wilder needs more boxing skill. Like I need to see
because Anthony Joshua got both. Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony
For
Joshua
example, Joshua's got it all. He
is a
can either
pure
box
fighter.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
he can either box you or win, or he can knock you out.
And same with Tyson Fury, but Tyson
Yes.
Fury, he likes to play the
He
mind.
likes to play mind games. Yeah, he's another Ali.
He's good at it. He's so good. He's so good at it, man. So yeah, man, I'm excited about the Fury versus Joshua, man. That should be a good fight, man. A good fight. So
yeah, we're looking forward to it. I can't wait. We're gonna see it on pay-per-view, so we'll wait for it.
oh yeah. Only one way, the fire stick, baby. Only one way. You know
that's
what I mean?
it. No other way.
So, yeah, man. Lot going on in boxing there, and a lot to look forward to. And I think we're gonna spend some time on this subject here. When it comes to we're moving on to college basketball, the NCAA.
Okay.
Before we get into who's playing and when they're playing and all that, there was something that really upset the both of us, and I'm referring to the disrespect done by Madison Square Garden.
Yep.
To the basketball legend Patrick Ewing.
No, the greatest Nick ever.
You could say that. You know
the
what I
greatest
mean?
Nick ever. The greatest Nick ever. I was so upset that happened. We had this little.
If people are living under a rock. Patrick Ewing was in Madison Square Garden because he's the head coach of the Georgetown Hoyas.
The Big East champion.
They were in the they were in the Big East tournament during this time. And Patrick Ewing can't walk around Madison Square Garden, who we can probably say the house that he built.
The uniforms in the Raptors. In the clouds.
His jersey is retired.
Hanging.
And you're asking for his credentials and why he has these credentials.
Unbelievable. We had this discussion, Marcus, at the barbershop the other day. We were asking people that came in. We were just asking them a simple question. Should Patrick Ewing allowed to walk anywhere? I'm talking about the bathroom, the back of the food concession stand, and everybody agreed yes.
No matter where in that building, right?
No matter where.
He's a women's locker room.
Yeah, he's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. He's the greatest Nick ever. He should be able to walk wherever he pleases in that building. Now, mind you, it was probably a 19-year-old security guard or a 19.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. When you look at what happened to Charles Oakley, those guys were of probably our age, 30s, 40s, and 50s. So,
but there is.
I don't think they have young kids doing that job. So, you should know. I mean, he's 7 feet tall. Why do you think he's in a building?
Right. Now, there is a difference between Charles Oakley roaming Madison Square Garden and Patrick Ewing. But in that matter, as far as Patrick Ewing is concerned, he should be able to walk anywhere in that building. Charles Oakley, I don't know about.
Why is he being checked multiple times?
That's the question we have to ask the owner or president of Madison Square Garden. Like you said, like we agree, it's a total disrespect. It should never happen. That would be like Larry Bird not being able to walk in the TD Bank.
Well, I said that I was thinking the same thing before you even said that.
Or Michael Jordan not being able to walk in
United
Chicago.
Center.
Right.
Larry Bird comes to Boston TD Garden asking who you are. Why you have these credentials?
Right. Yeah. You did something for me. Now I can see if it was ML Carr or somebody else on that team that sat bench. But you're talking about Larry Bird walking into the
Bro, I can't even see because of stuff he been through in Madison Square Garden. I couldn't even see Latrell Sprewell getting disrespected.
Yeah,
you know,
of course. Yeah,
I can see, I can see that. I was like, oh well, he, you know how Latrell was back, so you wouldn't be so surprised. What, Patrick Ewing?
Yeah, no, that was a total disrespect. That should have never happened. Somebody needs to talk to Dolan about that situation.
I don't know, bro. It seemed like the Knicks were going in the right direction. Then you get this news.
Yeah,
and it's like
no, they're
Dolan,
still
like,
going in the right
like,
direction. It's just that some people,
when it comes to PR, that's a bad look, bro. That's such a bad look.
It's a real bad look.
I think
Real
this
bad.
might be.
I mean, I was ticked off. I was ticked off when we discussed it. When I first heard the news, I was like, "Come on, man!" I said, "That is Patrick Ewing."
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's my point. Is Patrick Ewing?
He should be able to roam anywhere he wants in that building.
And if you don't know who he is, ask someone. Who is this 7-foot Jamaican guy?
Yeah. Do you know this guy?
Who is this 7-foot Jamaican guy?
That's Patrick Ewing.
I
got his jersey.
God, like seriously,
Patrick Ewing.
Like seriously, bro.
You don't do that. That's a total disrespect. Pat had the right to be upset, the right to be mad. If they don't know who he is.
Oh, of course he, and then of course, Spike Lee chimed in.
Yeah. Now Spike, I can see now Spike being able to walk into the garden.
Well, he's been through some stuff himself.
Even if he is a 30-year ticket holder, front court holder, you know what I'm saying? Because he never played. He was just a fan. He never played for the team.
Yeah, so that's totally
different.
There. Yeah, it's
totally different. But Patrick Ewing?
But Patrick Ewing.
Yeah. Nah.
Man, it's just like, what else is gonna happen? Nick, the Knicks, you were in the news for good reason. Team going in the right direction. Then this is a bad look, man. This is a bad look. And I don't know about Dolan, man. You would think he'd be a stand-up guy and be like, and would come out and apologize for the stupidity of the security.
Right.
But of course he's disconnected. He's one of those disconnected owners. So I don't know, man. It's just, I just wish the Knicks had good news. I wish they had a awesome owner. New York, as a city, deserves that, man. They deserve a owner,
somebody that cares about the team. Yeah,
that everyone in New York. Yes, I like that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like that owner.
Well, somebody that cares about the team and cares about the direction they're going, and not just care about the dollar bills.
Well, like the Clippers owner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone like
cares about his players, cares about the team, cares about his fans, fan base. He wants to see a winner. He'll do anything to get a winner over there.
Exactly.
Win a chip. Not like Dolan. Dolan doesn't care.
No, not at all.
Sell the team, Dolan, already. Just sell the team.
A lot of people wish that would happen, bro.
We'll buy it. Me and you will buy it, Marcus. We'll get a loan from somebody.
Where our financial backers at? We need the financial backers. Please chime in. You can email us.
Yeah, just chime in on that, man. Because somebody needs to buy the Knicks.
Somebody, because it's just you can't have news like that. Get it? Like the basically the king of the New York Knicks being disrespected.
Yeah,
because these guys, I don't know. You work for a sports franchise. You haven't watched any sports in the last 20, 30 years. You know.
And there's only two Knicks that I know of that can walk around the building, do whatever they please, and that's Patrick Ewing, one, and Walt Clyde Frazier.
Frazier, right?
Those are the only two that can walk around there and own the building.
Exactly.
Yeah, those are the only two.
Yeah, man. Those, like we say, those are the only two, because we just can't handle the disrespect, man.
No,
We can't.
we ain't going
We
for
can't. We not. I can't. Is that what Hall and Oates said? I can't go for that.
it.
I can't
Right.
go for
You're
that.
right. We can't go for that. We're right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man, get it together, James Dolan.
Yeah.
Get
please.
it together. Get it
Sell,
right.
sell the Knicks.
Get it
Please. It's my team. Sell the Knicks.
right. Yeah, man. So yeah, we got that going on in the NCAA, the disrespect to Patrick Ewing. And of course, today, like we mentioned earlier, the tournament has begun.
Yes, sir.
Has begun. And oh yeah, we got games on games on games on games. Now, do you have you pull it up there, bro? We got a list of what's going down today.
Yep, we do. We have one game that's already underway, and that two games are already underway. That's Virginia and Florida. Virginia's up 21-14.
Okay, early.
Early, 7:30 left in the first half. And Colgate and Arkansas, which Arkansas is one of my teams that I think can go very far in the tournament.
They're one of your sleepers.
One of the sleepers. They're playing Colgate. So
every time I hear Colgate, I want to brush my teeth.
Don't everybody. But yeah, so those games are underway. But you know, the one that we're looking forward to is the UConn game.
Yes. Oh, don't forget Hartford Hawks.
Oh,
the Hartford
Hawks, right. The Hartford Hawks
are going against Baylor. Oh.
Oof, yeah.
You know, I'm glad they made the tournament.
Yeah.
But good job for the Hartford Hawks for making the tournament.
And Maryland and UConn, that's the one that we're gonna watch.
Oh yeah,
that's a Saturday game at 7:10 Saturday night.
That's the
Maryland
UConn
versus
men.
UConn. It's funny. That game should be I think it's gonna be close. They got UConn favored by 3.5 right now to win that game. Yeah. So I just saw the ticket price. Tickets low as $242 per seat. So we're just gonna watch it on TV.
Really?
Yeah, we're just gonna watch it on TV.
Y'all can't give a deal right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're gonna be rooting for UConn. We're gonna see.
Yes, we're gonna see how far
they can go. If they can win this first game, maybe win the second game. We'll see. Because UConn always has a thing about getting in the tournament, and then you see them shine.
Like soon as
you see them shine. Once they're there,
happened multiple times.
Once they're there, they tend to shine. So let's see if they can do it again, man. Make a good run and see what happens.
So that's what you try to see with them, like that run they went on with Kemba. They went through the Big East tournament and won.
No one's expecting them to win, and they came in and win.
Yeah, and they got into the tournament, and it was unbelievable, man. It was unbelievable. I mean, good games, good games. And, I was saying before, Kemba, that year he just took over. And then, of course, you had Jeremy Lamb. He was on the team.
That's right.
Then as well. So, yeah, man. I mean, put some respect on UConn name, man. We produce NBA players too. Like,
always,
and
a lot of them, a lot of good ones. A lot of good ones have come out of Connecticut,
ones that
man.
you know what I mean?
Ray Allen, Kemba, Rip Hamilton.
Rip Hamilton, come on.
Yeah. There's a lot of them that had to come.
Rip Hamilton.
Drummond,
former NBA champion. Ray Allen.
There's a lot of good ones that have come out, man, that out of UConn that have been there.
Put some respect on the university's name.
They keep turning out good pros, man.
Yeah, man, good constant, pros that aren't in the, not in the tabloids for anything.
Just good sound athletes.
No partying, no drugs. Well, you don't hear about drugs. As long as we don't hear about it, man.
Then we don't care.
Exactly. We old school, baby. That's just us. Even if the news got out, like, oh yeah, oh, whatever. Oh, he do a little coke. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
he smoke a little weed. Oh, okay, nobody.
yeah, Jeremy Lamb is doing his thing this year too.
Yeah, what's up with
And don't forget Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay, UConn? You come on, man. Come on.
Yeah,
You
Rudy
see,
Gay.
freaking Puerto Rican naming them. You know, that's why he's on the show.
Remember Khalid El Amin?
El Amin, yes.
Remember
El
him?
Amin. I just started following him on Twitter. I think I tweeted something about him a few weeks ago on Twitter because I was like, man, you need to give some of our UConn legends
Yeah.
give them a shout out, give them their flowers. Okafor, you know.
How about
he
this
was
one?
on the championship.
How about this one? How about this great one? Ben Gordon. Remember him? Wow.
Ben Gordon.
Could shoot.
Who played in Chicago.
Yep.
Yes. Where's he at, man? Ben Gordon. Yes.
And man. I think one of the greatest and most underrated UConn star that came out of there was Cliff Robinson.
Man, God rest.
He played so many years in the NBA. He played 18 years in the NBA, Marcus.
God rest. Man. I mean,
played for a few teams. He played for Detroit.
Yeah, of course. Jersey, the famous Phoenix, team we know he Portland. Played for Trailblazers. That's what, you know, we really don't know.
But man, the list goes on and on of great players, man. We had a guy, shout out to him too, Bruce Kaczynski, played at Bristol Central. Played with Dr. J on the Philadelphia 76er team. So shout out to Bruce if you're watching or hearing the show. Shout out to you, man. You played with Dr. J and Moses Malone.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Jeez. That's what's up, man. That's.
I think the UConn can make an all-star team with the players that we just named over.
That's why I'm saying, man. Like, should put some respect on UConn name the people that come out that that have come through there and that have went on to play in the NBA.
CT in the house, baby.
You know, even we're not big on the football, but you got to respect a couple players. You had Dan Orlovsky, and now he's on ESPN. You had Donald Brown, who was on the Colts, as running back. You got we get some players in the NFL too.
We had a couple old ones. I remember watching Willie Hall, who played linebacker for the first Raiders championship in '77.
And he played for UConn.
He played '77. There's a couple of football players that came out of Connecticut.
Well, yeah, of course, Connecticut. If you're gonna say as a state, because like we were saying, I think we were saying the other day, we were talking about Bloomfield and how they produce all the NFL players that come out of Bloomfield. It's just even from Hartford, because Dwight Freeney, he played in Bloomfield, but he's from Hartford. So, but yeah, man, the kids that came out of Bloomfield that went to the NFL, that is just crazy when you see the names that well-known players. You know what I mean? Well-known players.
Lot of good ones, man. A lot of good, and not only good athletes, but good people come out of Connecticut, man.
It just seems like they got it together.
You don't hear them in nothing.
And that goes back to how you raise, and I think especially before you go to college, the coaching, man. I think the coaching leaves an imprint on the kids, and like you said, just out of the state as a whole, no matter if they played for UConn or whatever school they went to, just coming out of the state of Connecticut, just good people that you don't hear that isn't you don't hear them getting in trouble or anything crazy when it comes to well, I mean, we had you have a family member. I'm not going.
He went to Florida.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was just saying, from Connecticut, came out of Connecticut, and
he
for
went to
people who don't
Florida.
know, Randy cousin is Aaron Hernandez, and we're not going to get into that whole story. You could just Google
Yeah,
Aaron
just Google.
Hernandez
Just
and
Google.
get that whole story. But yeah, you see, like Randy, he was big time in high school, So athlete, when it comes to football and basketball, that's it's such a sport that keeps kids in Connecticut grounded.
Right.
It really when people look at your school like, oh, you see the kid that's going to Bristol Central. Remember you were showing me. I remember I heard about because my friend he coaches and
right.
He teaches at my son's school, and he's like 6'7", and
Yep.
he told me about the 7-footer that was in Bristol. And I remember like a couple weeks later, you're like, yo, they got a 7-footer. I'm like, yeah, my boy had told me. Yeah, and I seen video. I'm like, what that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, that kid is a mutant.
And Connecticut's had a lot of talented brothers, man, and players that didn't make it because they weren't that good in school. So they either played just to play, and then they dropped out. I can name a whole bunch of them. I'm not going to put them out there on blast.
Yeah, of course not.
But man, so much talent that was
talent
wasted.
that people that didn't get to see.
Yes.
That you saw, that you knew could have went to a certain level. Whether that's college and pros. You saw the talent. Especially when you're playing basketball, you probably, because a lot of kids play both sports. They play football and basketball. So
sometimes they play all three.
Yeah. And so, baseball. So you get to play against, guys that probably went to play football, but you play basketball again.
Right. And I always tell the guys down here, like, man, I can go back home and get 4 guys out of my state and we'll beat everybody down here, like off the street. I'll just go off the street. Go get your 5. I got my 5.
When you say Florida, even though Florida is a big basketball state, basketball is Northeast. That's
right.
When you talk about
hey Marcus, just go get your 5. I got my 5. That's all.
What'd you say, bro?
I said, go get your 5. I got my 5. I'll go back and get them.
Right. Go ahead and search. I got mine. You know what I mean? Sure. Basketball. That's our thing.
Yeah, there's
a ton of good athletes in Florida. When we talk about basketball, but don't tell us about basketball, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so yeah, man, we got the Big East tournament and all the games you we're talking about start. I thought UConn was today. Actually, you said it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So I gotta pull out my other UConn.
Yeah.
I might pull out my other UConn hoodie tomorrow.
Yeah.
They're not playing tonight, and I gotta find out. We gotta support. I gotta find out the next show. We're gonna talk about the girls, and we gotta get their props, man. Especially the freshmen they got on.
The greatest program in college basketball history is the UConn one.
Man, have you ever seen a program be that consistent?
It's just nuts. It's just nuts. And it's not like they get like the number 1 recruits either.
No. Like once in a while they'll get
people to fit in their system.
Yep.
And then they become great players. That's just it.
Yeah, man. But they got a freshman this year.
And the UConn girls are playing Sunday.
Okay, they're playing Sunday. Yeah,
but on ESPN at 8:00.
Yes, and you talk about the UConn women. Please check out the freshman Paige Buchers. Check out Paige. This girl, my God, Randy. This to be a freshman.
No, I already know. You ain't got to tell me.
To be a freshman and
I've seen her play.
Can drop 40 on you.
Yeah, she's gonna be one of those. maybe Dana Taurasi.
Taurasi, she's
type
another
girl.
Diana Taurasi.
Yeah, she's gonna be one of those type girls. Probably next year.
But looking at she's only a freshman.
Yeah,
she got a couple more years.
Remember, there was a few freshmen like Sue Bird when she came in.
Oh yeah, when they came, yeah.
And yeah.
But you don't see like these girls, like she's special, bro. So like you check out the UConn women, make sure you look for Paige Buchers, man. She is unbelievable, man. But yeah, bro, we come to another end of the show, man. You know, before we get up out of here.
We got some businesses we want to shout out.
Yeah, go ahead and shout who you going to shout out, bro.
I just want to shout out one business today, which is Famous Fades. Let's if you're ever in Fort Myers area and you want to get, fresh up and famous fade and faded up, and go see my boys, Chad and Kurt and Jose, the best barbers in town down there, Famous Fades. Shout out to them. Do what you're doing, man. We're gonna sponsor you guys and put your noise out here out on the streets, man. Boy.
Yeah, check out Famous Fades, man. And go ahead, before we get up out of here, make sure you plug your thing too, brother. Go ahead, plug it.
Yes, sir, man. Get our cable, 239-237-8164. Best cable in the land, man. We give you cable with everything. Sports packages, pay-per-views, cable channels from every state. Hit me up, man. It'll be one of the greatest investments you'll ever make, man. Let's get it.
Yes, sir, man. And make sure you subscribe, you comment, and you share wherever you listen to your podcast, whether it's Apple Podcasts, if it's on Spotify, if it's wherever you listen to your podcast. Make sure you check out Tough as Balls and hit that subscribe button, man. And make sure you follow us on social media. That's on Facebook, that's on Instagram and Twitter. It's Tough as Balls. You see it on the screen.
In town.
You see it on the screen, just how it's spelled, man. Tough as Balls on all social media platforms. And we thank you for checking us out. Tough as Balls for my boy, the freaking Puerto Rican. I am the chosen one.
Yes, sir.
And we are up out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
Get the team right.